Hi, Glenn Pearson here with another video in my series based on my book, Thriving in the Healthcare Market, Strategies from an Industry Insider for Selling Your Product. It was published by CRC Press, and I'm very proud of the fact that it has the HIMSS logo on the front cover. As you probably know, HIMSS is the largest personal membership society for healthcare technology professionals, and having their logo and their backing on the book is huge, so I'm very, very proud of that. I've been doing a series of videos based on the book. It has 84 pitfalls that I've seen trip up vendors as they try to introduce products into the healthcare world. And I've been doing one video a week. I'm dropping back to one every other week. It turns out the production time is pretty significant for this, so I'll be doing one every other week. This is actually the 6th video, and I'm dealing with pitfall number 77, which is adding to the workload of some departments or individuals through your new product. So we all know that change can create resistance no matter how well it's brought in or how much you try to implement that. And this can be especially true in a healthcare organization, where in the last video I mentioned the tenuous balance of power among the different departments within a healthcare organization. And a lot of organizations, a lot of departments are stretched to the max because of the extreme financial pressure the organizations have been on over the last couple of decades. So if you're introducing something that smells like and looks like it's going to add to somebody's workload, it's probably not going to be particularly well received. And this can be especially true for technology, where it can make life easier for one department, but it's at the expense of another one. And let me give you a great example of that. I worked at a couple of different hospital associations, and at one of them, the president decided we needed to do a better job of tracking our contact with the member organizations so we could show them how valuable we were to them. So he found a database management program that would allow us to record every time we had an interaction with a hospital CEO, CFO, chief nursing officer, anybody within the organization. We should go into the program and call up the hospital and record what our interaction was, letter or email or comment or whatever. And that way at the end of the year we could go back to that hospital and show to them how valuable we were to them because of all the services we provided. The reason it worked as well as it did was that it was coming from the president and it was mandated down through the organization. Eventually it kind of petered out because it proved to be a lot more work than I think any of us realized. But I guarantee you, if it had come from one department and required other departments to change their workload, it probably never would have even gotten off the blocks in the first place. So this type of scenario plays itself out all the time in healthcare organizations, where technology can make life easier for one department but has a spillover effect to others who are naturally going to be resistant because it's changed to begin with, but then it also adds to their workload. So I have 3 suggestions for how to minimize this impact. First of all, if you're newer to the healthcare world, seek out what I call friendlies or internal enthusiasts, or maybe a pilot location can help you with this. Try to understand how what you're trying to introduce is going to have a ripple effect throughout the organization so that you're not caught unawares. And then secondly, once you're aware of that possible impact on others, be realistic about how it might have some changes in other departments and how they do some work. Now, you don't have to spotlight that, and you don't want to paint a terrible picture, but you need to be realistic to say, yeah, this has some other interface issues around the organization. And then thirdly, be humble about your solution and recognize that it's going to take some time to implement and that it is going to take some time for people to adopt to the new way of doing things. You should never use the phrase, all you have to do is, because it's much more complicated than that whenever you introduce change. So I hope these are some helpful ideas. I always love sharing them with people, and if you have any comments or questions, you can reach me at glenn@pearsonhti.com. I'd love to hear from you, hear what you think, and see if you have any questions. And I hope you come back in 2 weeks. I'll be doing another video on pitfall number 54, which is not fully understanding the overall financial incentives of the healthcare system, which means that you're not able to pitch your product in a way that's realistic for understanding how it needs to be adopted within the organization. So I hope this has been good. Hope to see you in a couple of weeks, and stay tuned.